Kia ora team, and welcome to video 3 of Achievement Standard 91332, where we are looking at leadership and management. Learning outcome for today is to understand and define what management is, and also to identify and describe 5 management strategies. Okay, management in all organizational activities means getting people together to accomplish desired goals and objectives. It requires the efficient and effective use of available resources. So management comprises of planning, organizing, directing or leading, and controlling a group of people to reach a goal. First strategy that we're going to have a look at is having a clear goal or a vision. The purpose of a group or a team is to work together to achieve a common goal. For this to occur, you need to ensure you and all the members of your team understand what the goal or vision is to be able to work towards it. You really need to look at similar groups to yours. What are their goals, their vision, or their mission statements? What are they doing and how are they operating to ensure they're all on the right path to achieving their common goal? Number 2, have clear boundaries and guidelines. With clear boundaries and guidelines, team members know what is expected of them. They know how to behave and the work output required of them. It is helpful for team members to be aware of the expectations of the group and know how to act. This should be one of the first things you implement with your team. Draw a line in the sand, whether they are boundaries and guidelines enforced by you or whether they are negotiated by the group. Ensure from the outset that everyone is aware of them as well as the consequences. If these boundaries or guidelines are not met, there needs to be a consequence. Have a plan and be prepared. It isn't always possible to have a plan and be prepared, but in most cases, you can. Having a plan and being prepared is good for your team members as it shows them the task is under control and there is guidance and support if required. This is particularly important if you're working with people who are inexperienced or need guidance. Consider the processes you need to put in place to allow good planning to happen. Planning must be done in advance and distributed to all those involved with implementing the session. You might like to use a planning template for this process. Ensure it has things like people involved, equipment needed, times, activities, and also room for reflection, because reflection is an important process when you're looking at what worked, what didn't work, and how you can improve for the next effort. Understand people's strengths and weaknesses. As a leader, you must know your team's strengths, but also their weaknesses. This allows you to assign tasks to the right people, and if required, you can train or teach members how to do different tasks. How can you establish everyone's strengths and weaknesses? Do you need to test them? Will observing them in action be enough to establish this? Some groups will even be able to tell you what their perceived strengths and weaknesses are. Consider the age and the experience of your group and decide what the best approach will be. Support and encourage your team members is the final strategy we're going to look at. Your team must be supported and encouraged in their tasks. Support and encouragement can come in a range of forms. Helping them, giving advice, listening to them, and supporting their ideas are examples of support, whereas praise, rewards, or even giving further responsibility are examples of encouragement. Be generous in your support and encouragement. Your team have given the time and the effort to turn up, so reward them in kind. To summarize, we defined management and then we looked at 5 strategies. Having a clear goal or vision, having clear boundaries and guidelines, have a plan and be prepared, understanding people's strengths and weaknesses, support and encourage your team members. Now when we look at management and being leaders, this is probably one of the most important tasks of being a leader. It's really important that you manage your plan, you manage the people working for you, and you're able to manage the people you're instructing. Please complete your whisk sheet for this video and then carry on with those focused tasks following that sheet. Cheers.